Hello everyone. Welcome to the live stream. This is Geaux Stros. And you know what time it is right now? It's time for Houston Astros and the Minnesota Twins, Game 1. The Astros will be facing the Twins in Minnesota. Yeah, it looks like for some reason my chat is not working on screen. I'm sorry to see that. It looks like there's an issue with my chat right now. If that doesn't appear, then I'm going to be a little bothered about that. Because I'd really like to see that on the screen. But it looks like there's an issue with it. Jose Altuve is going to be the first batter. He's going to be facing Joe Ryan, who's on the mound for the Minnesota Twins. Whoever's already in early on the live stream, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm Brandon, and this is the Geaux Stros live play-by-play for Game 1, the Astros versus the Twins. My personal hero, Jose Altuve, is due up in just a moment. He is walking to the plate as we speak. It looks like it's pretty cold in Minnesota right now. The Astros are kind of bundled up, wearing some nice warm gear. Altuve is going to be in left field today in the leadoff position. He's batting .391. He is on fire this season. He's going to be followed by Isaac Paredes, who's batting just .150. And then Jordan Alvarez in the DH spot. He's also batting .150. Paredes will be at third base. Fourth is Christian Walker at first base, followed by Jeremy Pena at short. Victor Caratini's in at catcher today, batting in the sixth spot. Brendan Rodgers is at second, and he'll be batting seventh, followed by Smith in the eighth spot. Cam Smith, the young Cam Smith. Batting in the ninth spot, and in center field is Mauricio Dubon. Cam Smith, by the way, is in right field. I don't think I mentioned that. Joe Ryan's currently at around a 3.6 ERA, 7-7. These are his stats from last year. If the Astros just do average against him, they should still be able to score 5 runs, I think. If they do really well against him, they can get more than 6 or 7 before they pull him out. But we'll see if the Astros bats are hot today or a little cold. They have been a little chilly recently. Not lighting up the scoreboard so far this year, the Astros are. Or rather, the Astros have been. See if we can change that today. Altuve is at the plate right now, getting ready to go. Ryan is about to deliver the first pitch. Here it comes. It's low. Ball 1. Nice first pitch take by Altuve. That'll be ball 1. Altuve had his average up to over 400 until his last at bat, but 391 for the season so far is really great. Let's see if he can keep it up. That one's in there. 4-seam fastball for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike against Altuve. Here comes a 1-1 pitch from Ryan. That one looks like it's also in there, and it is right on the outside corner. A 94 mile per hour fastball. Altuve taking that one too. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It does look like a sunny day at the park today. And that's going to be a strikeout. 82 mile per hour sweeper. Altuve finally swings at it, but it's not able to make any contact at all. Not a very good leadoff at bat there. Altuve looked like he was trying to be patient, but he was taking strikes. Then when he finally decides to swing, it was a sweeper. Out number 1, Isaac Paredes is at the plate. Ryan throws a fastball to him. That was right in the top of the zone. A good one to be swinging at, but Paredes can't make contact, and that's strike 1. Here comes the next pitch. 95 miles an hour. That one, just a little high and kind of outside, but the umpire liked it. That's strike 2, 0-2. One away, 2 strikes. 95 mile per hour fastball fouled back. Paredes keeps the count at 0-2. Got about 6 people watching right now. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Nice to see you. Here comes the next pitch. That one be off the plate. One ball, 2 strikes to Paredes. No runners on. Here comes the next pitch from Ryan. Way outside. That one bounces off the ground and goes all the way to the backstop for an even count, 2-2. I got up so late this morning, a little after 5. I didn't have time to heat up any water to make coffee. Here's the 2-2 pitch. 94 miles per hour, up and in, fouled away again by Paredes. Paredes staying alive, keeping the count at 2-2. 7 people watching. Thank you for being here. I'm broadcasting this game from Hiroshima, Japan. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's going to be another strikeout for Ryan, having cut down Altuve, and now Paredes. 2 outs. The fastball gets Paredes. The sweeper is what got Altuve, and that brings to the plate Yordan Alvarez. 2 away, no runners on. That's in there. 82 mile per hour sweeper to start Yordan off. 0-1. Yordan has 3 career home runs off of Ryan. Let's see if we can grab another one here. Not like that. 94 miles per hour, right in there for strike 2. Yordan taking good pitches. Ryan trying to strike out Alvarez too. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's high. Ball 1. Here comes a 1-2 pitch from Ryan. Up and in. Alvarez is able to hold up. And we are even. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. That was strike 3 on the outside corner, but Yordan gets lucky with the call from the umpire. The count is 3-2. That should have been strike 3. Alvarez gets lucky. Here's the pitch. He doesn't get it that time. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts. 3 up and 3 down. 3 strikeouts. 94 mile per hour fastball. Alvarez can't even touch it. Astros looking like garbage at the plate right now. Some of you may not be surprised about that, the way they've been batting so far this season. Although Altuve has been doing really well, even he couldn't get the bat on the ball when he finally decided to swing. The top of the first is over. Nothing doing. 3 up and 3 down. 3 strikeouts. Hunter Brown is going to be on the mound now for the Astros. He's going to be facing Matt Wallner, Carlos Correa. That's a familiar name for us Astros fans, right? And Byron Buxton. Correa having left the Astros several years ago for the Twins. Got a pretty decent payday. He hasn't been doing badly, but I feel like going to play for the Twins was kind of, I don't know. I wish they had found a way to keep Correa, but that's just my own personal opinion. Let's see here. I'm not going to go put on any hot water for coffee yet. On the screen is kind of strange. My scoreboard is a little weird. I apologize for that for those of you who are wondering. It looks like it says 0 and 00 out. But actually, it's supposed to be the count. Balls, strikes, and then outs. 0 and 1, 1 and 2, etc. Plus 1, 2, or 3 outs. But it ran it together, and I don't know how to fix that. I apologize. Just to let you know if you're confused. Brown is about to deliver his first pitch to Wallner. And that's a 98-mile-per-hour swing and miss for strike 2. Oh, apparently I missed the first pitch. 2 strikes from Hunter Brown. 0 and 2 against Wallner. Here comes the 0 and... Nope. Time is called by Wallner, so Brown has to stop and step off. No balls, 2 strikes to Wallner. Here comes the pitch from Brown. 98 right on that outside corner, but the ump lays off. And that's going to be ball 1. 1 and 2. This one's low in the zone. Hit out to right center field. That's going to be all the way to the wall. It gets stuck below the wall. It looks like Wallner is going to try for 3, and he's going to get there standing up. That's a triple. So after a really good start, 2 strikes, Hunter Brown leaves one in the, it looked like a sinker. He leaves a sinker in the low part of the plate. Not too much movement on that one. Wallner hits it off the wall, and it gets stuck beneath the bottom, down at the bottom of the wall. By the time Altuve is able to grab it and throw it in, Wallner's on third. Carlos Correa comes to the plate with no outs, runner on third. First pitch is a strike. Count is 0 and 1. No outs. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Brown. Correa grounds that to shortstop. They don't have a play at home, so Pena goes to first. And the Twins score first. How do you like that? So basically a ground ball that scores Wallner. Pena wanted to go home. He charged it, but just wasn't able to make the play, so he had to go to first. 1-0. First pitch is inside to Byron Buxton. 1 ball, no strikes. No runners on. Here comes a pitch from Brown. Another one inside, ball 2. 2-0. I have a run in first inning. Let's go. Okay, I don't know what that means. Here comes the next pitch from Brown, and this one is blooped. That's going to be an infield hit. Nothing doing there. A little light hit off the fists by Byron Buxton, and it floats just over the head of Hunter Brown, and it drops in. There's no play at first. That's going to be an infield hit by Buxton. It looks like he cracked the bat and just landed in the perfect spot. Altuve, Pena, and Brown were all over there, but nobody could get it in time to make a play at first. So we have runner on first with 1 out. That brings up Trevor Lamak, however you say his name. He takes strike 1, 89 miles an hour. I want to move this over a little bit so I can see. It's blocking some of the info there. There we go. Here's the next pitch. Buxton steals second base, and that was a low and inside pitch. No throw at all from Caratini. So Buxton's going to be in scoring position now with 1 out. Astros looking a little lethargic at the moment. 1-1 with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Larnach. Okay. Larnach is his name. I'm sorry about that. I was reading it wrong. It's kind of small on my screen. And I don't know the Twins. Give me a break. 1 ball. 2 strikes on that foul ball. Here comes the 13th pitch from Hunter Brown. Larnach goes, and that's hit out and into left field. Looks like that's going to score another run, and it will. Jose Altuve brings it into second. But it doesn't matter. That's another hit. That's the 3rd hit for the Twins. And that's run number 2. Hunter Brown digging a hole early, similar to Valdez yesterday. One away, runner on first. 2-0 Twins in the bottom of the first. Ty France comes to the plate. Hunter Brown throws over to first, but Larnach is back, no problem. Ty France steps back into the box. Hunter Brown comes set. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1, 92-mile-per-hour cutter. Sweet Richard, yeah, it has been a long time. This is only my 2nd full game. I did one yesterday, and then I've got this one today. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Here's the next pitch from Brown. This is grounded up the middle. Might be a double play ball. Rogers to Pena at second, and then over to first base to Walker, and that'll get it. So the Astros do get the 3rd out. That's good and all, but the Astros are down 2-0 after the end of the 1st inning. Give me just a moment, guys. I'm going to go put on some hot water for coffee. I'll be right back. All right, I am back as Christian Walker comes to the plate. Walker batting 125 so far this season. First pitch coming in from Ryan. 92 miles an hour. Right in there for strike one. I forgot to unplug my hot water kettle, so the water's already hot. That was a mistake, but it's good for me this morning. It means I don't have to wait for the hot water. I can go ahead and make my coffee. That misses for ball one. Walker now has an even count. 20th pitch from Joe Ryan on the way. Hit pretty hard out to left field. That might be gone. Holy cow, it is. To the upper deck, Christian Walker with a one-run solo home run. And the Astros cut that lead 2-1 with one swing from Christian Walker. Holy cow. That's what I like to see right there. Astros number 4 hitter knocking one into the upper deck. That was crushed, guys. I thought it was going to be a fly out because it looked like it went almost straight up, but it was completely gone. Pena comes to the plate. First pitch to him, 93 miles an hour, strike one. 2-1. Anyone remember when the Astros traded Hunter Pence and then went down the tube for years? Man, you're talking about some ancient history there, right? Strike two to Pena. Nobody on, no outs. 0-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch from Ryan. Pena hits it. It might be gone. Holy cow. No kidding, guys. Jeremy Pena just jacks another home run. Back-to-back home runs for the Astros, both to left field. First, Christian Walker in the upper deck, and then Jeremy Pena in the lower deck. 2 home runs for the Astros. 2 batters, 2 homers. How do you like that for a change of tempo, guys? Astros strike out the first 3 batters of the first inning, and the first 2 batters of this inning, Christian Walker and Jeremy Pena, 2 home runs, and this is Jeremy Pena's second. The Batman, Victor Caratini, comes to the plate. He takes a fastball, 93 miles an hour on the outside edge for strike one. Astros have already tied up the game, 2-2. No outs. That ball's low inside in the dirt. Ball one. Count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Wow. Here comes the next pitch. Caratini rips that one, but foul. Holy cow, he got on that one. Man, that was a line drive shot down the first baseline. That would have been a double. All the way to the wall for sure. Caratini calls a timeout. The count is 1-2. Is Caratini going to make it a third home run? A back-to-back-to-back homer? Sure does look like he's trying. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Caratini pops that one up. That one's definitely not going to make it out of the park. Correa calls off the third baseman and takes it in for out number 1. But holy cow. Christian Walker got a hold of a sweeper that just hung over the plate. And man, he launched it. Almost got into the third deck. The one that Pena hit out was a 93-mile-per-hour fastball, a good 4 inches out of the zone. Brendan Rodgers goes after the first pitch and hit it into left field. He turns but goes back to second for a single. Holy cow, the Astros are cooking here with 3 hits. 1 away, Cam Smith will come to the plate with a runner on first. The Astros have tied up the game and the hit count. 3 hits and 2 runs for each team. Cam Smith at the plate. Here's Ryan's first pitch to him. Cam Smith takes kind of a half-hearted swing at it. 91-mile-per-hour fastball. That one was a good one to be swinging at. right in the middle of the plate. 91, man. You got to hit that. 0-1 is the count. And here comes the pitch. Cam Smith hits that one out in right field. Looks like it's going to be easily playable, and it is. That's going to be out number 2. Man, I was hoping to see another home run. Still could see one, but, 3 back to back to back would have been really awesome. But it's all good. Mauricio Dubon, batter number 9, is at the plate with a run on first and 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Ryan. That's way outside. Good take by Dubon. Ball 1. If you had to make a live bet on this game, what would it be? To be honest, I don't know. It's just too early in the season for me to be making bets on a game like this. I'm not a bet man anyway, but even if I were, I would seriously... I would really like to give you an answer, Cortez. I really would. But I just have no idea. It's just too early in the season. 1 ball, 1 strike against Dubon. 2 outs. Rogers on first. Here's the pitch from Ryan. Way outside and almost in the dirt. Ball 2. I do like my scoreboard. I just wish I could fix that one thing. The outs and the pitch count are too close together. But I can't manually fix that, so I don't know how to go about tweaking that. Next pitch is way off the plate again, and that's 3 balls and 1 strike. Dubon is batting 000 right now. He doesn't have a single hit, but I don't know how many at-bats he's had so far this season. Not many. Maybe just a couple. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Dubon swings at that one. He skies it way up. The center fielder is in. It should be out number 3, and it is. That's going to be it for the Astros, but we are now tied, guys, 2-2. The Astros actually start answering with some hits and big hits. 2 homers, back-to-back homers by Christian Walker and Jeremy Pena. That's the kind of stuff I like to see. Astros, Houston. Let's go, Houston Astros. Absolutely. Let's go. Where should we go? We should go to Winning Town. That's where we should go. Astros, now the proud owner of a losing record, having dropped that series completely to the Giants, getting swept at home after a weak but solid pitching start. A weak hitting but solid pitching start to the series with the Mets at home. The Astros follow that up with an absolutely terrible series against the Giants and get their butts handed to them. It looks like my on-screen chat is working, and I'm glad to see that. It wasn't working earlier, but now that it's working, I'm very happy to see it. I thought it was not going to be working today, so. Wherever you're at in the world, everyone, thank you for being here. As I said before, some of you, welcome back. It's really nice to see you again, like Sweet Richard. Really, really nice to see some familiar names from last year. It's been a really up and down year for me. I am in a little town called Onomichi, which is in eastern Hiroshima Prefecture. I just finished studying Japanese at a Japanese language school. I am still fighting cancer, but I got some new medicine, and it's doing okay for me right now. So Hunter Brown is facing Willie Castro, and that first pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Here comes the next pitch to the left-handed hitter, Castro. He hits that one right up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Cam Smith cuts the ball off and gets it in. Castro will hold up at first base. Leadoff runner for the Twins. Hunter Brown gives up a 4th hit. Here I am with a... I guess I can put my coffee in this other cup. I was thinking I had no place to put my leftover pour over. Swing and a miss. The first pitch to Edward Julian, a 95-mile-per-hour high fastball by Hunter Brown. Swing and a miss by Julian. Runner on first base, no outs. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Brown. High and outside for ball 1. One ball, one strike. Here comes the 20th pitch from Hunter Brown. Nope, he fires over to first. Runner's back. No big deal. Walker tosses it back over to Brown. Brown getting the call from Caratini. Looks like he's got what he wants, and he comes set. Here's the pitch. Julian swings and misses. Good pitch on that outside edge. A changeup, 89 miles an hour for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. That's a nice pitch. What a beautiful pitch by Brown there. A lot of movement on that changeup. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Another one, exactly the same. A changeup, 88 miles an hour in the same spot with the same movement and a strikeout. Julian shaking his head as he goes to the dugout. Can't blame him, man. That was a beautiful pitch, though. He can't even get his bat on it. Yeah, if I were the batter, I'd be shaking my head too. 1 away. Runner on first. He's going to be facing Ryan Jeffers now. Brown puts that one just a little outside the zone for ball 1. $16 or so people watching. Thanks for being here. That one's fouled away. A 95-mile-per-hour sinker from Brown. Jeffers gets the first strike in the count. 1-1 with 1 away. And 1 runner on base. On base. It's 5:45 in the morning, guys. A little early for me. Swing and a miss on that one. 97-mile-per-hour sinker. I thought that was a fastball. That was a sinker. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still getting used to this scoreboard, but it is nice to have the control. That one's fouled back. 97-mile-per-hour sinker from Hunter Brown. Count remains for 1-2. Is the sun coming up yet? Yeah, it's starting to get a little light outside. It's so strange not having my girlfriend here. She went to Tokyo yesterday. A little toss over to first base by Brown. Runner gets back. Now he's looking for the call. He's got what he wants, and he comes set on the mound. Here's the next pitch to Jeffers. A nice swing and a miss, and a attempted steal. Is he in there? Yes, he is. But Hunter Brown gets the strikeout. That'll be out number 2. Beautiful pitch. What a beautiful pitch. Once again, Jeffers couldn't get any part of the bat on that ball. The bottom just fell out. Hunter Brown picks up another strikeout, and here comes the first pitch to the next batter, Harrison Bader. That one's in there. Strike 1. 98-mile-per-hour sinker. Brown throwing some serious heat right now. 2 away. Runner on second after that stolen base. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That will be a strike. 98 miles per hour. Another sinker. 0-2. Brown gets ahead in the count. Put a little bit of almond milk in my coffee here. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Brown. Strike three, 99 miles per hour fastball, but just blows his doors off. And that will be out number 3. Brown has a little bit of trouble with one hit from the Twins, but then he comes back and he strikes out the remaining batters. 3 strikeouts for Brown that inning. Brown looking totally opposite of the way he did in the first inning. Started off a little unlucky. A couple of those hits gave the Twins a little bit of help with the ball getting stuck under the wall. And then the bloop single off the fists of one of the batters. That helped the Twins get runners on, score a couple of runs. The Astros came back in the bottom of the first. In the top of the second, rather, with home runs. Back-to-back jacks to tie it up. And Brown was locked down after that. Altuve is due up his second at bat of the game. Nothing going on in chat right now. It's all good. 15 watching. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. It's nice to see you. We are now on the top of the third. I guess I could change that. Do I need to change the attacking team? Yes, there we go. Top of the third, not the bottom of the third. I had it wrong, but now it's correct. First pitch, Altuve is low and away in the dirt. Good take by Altuve. Ball 1. Ball 1. Come on, man. You're my hero. I always like a reminder, Altuve, why you're my favorite player of all time. That one is a little low. Good take. Good eye. Good eye, Jose. Ball 2. Ryan about to deal his 38th pitch to Altuve. That one's high. Ball 3. Good freaking job, man. 3 good takes by Altuve. He is really being patient today. He had some unfortunate results at his first at bat and wound up striking out. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That's right in there. He takes it all the way. Can't really blame him. Strike 1. He might be able to just take the next 2 pitches and get a walk. Let's see what he does here. Here's the 40th pitch, a 3-1 count. Right in there and fouled back by Altuve. Yeah, it goes out of play. Count's now full. That was right in the middle of the zone, and Altuve was right to swing at it, but just couldn't make solid contact. Count is full. No outs. Altuve trying to get a leadoff hit here, make something happen. Here comes a pitch from Ryan. Right in there, and Altuve couldn't get it. A four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour. That was just unfortunate. Man, how did Altuve not get those pitches? He fouled one off right in the zone. That one was in the top of the zone at only 93. Definitely hittable for somebody like Altuve. He just couldn't get the bat on it. One away, Paredes comes to the plate, and that one's a little outside for ball 1. One away, no runners on here in the top of the third. Here comes the next pitch from Ryan. Paredes takes that one outside. Another ball, 2-0. Ryan getting behind in the count, similar to what he was doing with Altuve. Here comes the next pitch. That one's hit pretty hard, but it looks like it's going to be playable, or is it? Yeah, it's going to be playable in foul territory. Third baseman makes the play. That's going to be out number 2. He skied that one up. Paredes got under it. He hit it hard, but he got way too under it. Could have been another homer. He hit it pretty darn hard, and it went way up there. Yordan Alvarez up to bat. You know that Yordan's got to be thinking yard on this one after seeing Jeremy Pena and Christian Walker launch, especially Walker's upper decker. First pitch to him is high for ball 1. If Christian Walker and Jeremy Pena can hit homers off this guy, then Yordan definitely can. Yordan has the power to put it in the third deck. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Yordan swings at that one, 92 in the top of the zone. Fouls it back. Strike 1, counts even. 2 away, no runners on for the Astros here in the top of the third. 17 people watching now. Now that's getting to be a little better. I think yesterday it got up to 10. We're starting to get closer to the regular numbers. Yordan puts this one way up high. Looks like Correa is going to be playing it. He's fighting the sun, but he hauls it in, and that's going to be it for the Astros in the top of the third. We're now going into the bottom of the third, still tied at 2. 3 hits for the Astros, 4 hits for the Twins. We have a tie ball game, 2-2. No errors. Hunter Brown is due up again in just a moment. He'll be facing Matt Wallner, who got a triple his last at bat. He hit it all the way to the wall, and it got stuck at the base of the wall, and that gave him an extra base. What should have been a double turned into a triple, and he wound up scoring right after that on a ground ball by Correa. There is one thing that I'll never get tired of not wanting to see, and that is Dodgers highlights. And that's the other thing. I'm in Japan. I don't have anything against Ohtani, but I really am not a fan of the Dodgers. Way too much attention is given to the Dodgers. And now that Ohtani is with them, it's like 50%, maybe 60% of everything MLB shows is related to the Dodgers. Heavily biased. There are a lot more teams besides just the Dodgers. I don't need to see the Astros all the time. It would be nice if MLB could customize their commercials. How cool would that be? You could just select, don't show me anything except for these teams. I would just select the Astros. Just show me Astros related stuff all the time. Don't show me anything from any other teams unless I explicitly ask for it. Wallner is at the plate. Here comes the first pitch from Brown. 97 off the plate. A good 5 inches outside. That'll be ball 1. Real sunny day in Minnesota, looks like, even though it's cold. Pretty bright. Here's the pitch. 93 miles an hour, and that's right in there. A cutter for strike 1. Bottom of the third. Matt Wallner with a 1-1 count. No runners on. Here's the pitch from Hunter Brown. That one's a swing and a miss on a 95-mile-per-hour cutter, strike 2. After a brief break out of the box, Wallner's back in. Now here's the pitch from Brown. 98, but a good 6 inches out of the zone, a little outside. For ball 2, the count is even. Hunter Brown was trying to buzz it by him. He just missed his mark. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Now that one's a good pitch, but Wallner's able to tap it foul. A changeup at the bottom of the zone. The bottom kind of fell out, but he was barely able to get that bat on it. Stay alive. Let's see if Hunter Brown can get another strikeout here. He shakes off a couple of calls from Caratini. Here comes the pitch. Whoa, that one's way high. 95 miles an hour over everybody's head. All the way to the backstop, and now it's going to be a full count. Three balls, two strikes. After a short delay, here's the pitch from Brown. That one's right in there and hit opposite field. It's going to be foul. Is it going to be playable for Paredes? He can't get over there in time. Paredes not fast enough to get it. If Pena had been at third base, that would have been playable. Paredes not quite the speed demon as Pena is, and Wallner would get another chance, another 3-2 count. See, aforementioned comment history repeats itself. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a 99 mile per hour fastball outside, but Wallner went after it and couldn't get his bat on it. Hunter Brown blows the doors off of another batter for yet another strikeout. So, Richard, you said, basically, I guess you're talking about history repeating itself because the Astros went down the tube for years after a trade. I guess you're talking about Tucker? Am I right about that? First pitch to Carlos Correa is missed. It misses the zone for ball one. Here comes the next pitch. 97 miles per hour, fouled off by Correa for strike one. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Correa. That one's hit out to right field. Is it going to be playable? And it is. Walker is over there. I'm sorry, Cam Smith. Cam Smith comes in and grabs it for out number 2. Good play by Smith. I saw an interesting video the other day where they were talking about the difference between the pitchers in Japan and the pitchers in the U.S. and about how there's so many more surgeries and arms getting blown out in the U.S. than in Japan because there's such a focus on velocity in the U.S. But actually the pitching in Japan is more focused on placement and movement, and it's actually more effective. That first pitch is a ball, 1-0 versus Brian Buxton. But that second pitch is right in the bottom of the zone for a nice strike, 93 mile per hour cutter. The count is even, 1-1 with 2 away, no runners on. Here comes the next pitch from Brown. Too far inside, and Buxton holds up for ball 2, 2-1. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Richard. Yeah, I thought you were talking about Tucker. Yeah, that was my guess. A little early to tell, but we'll see. Next pitch, 98 miles an hour. It's hit to third, and that's going to be an infield hit. Paredes can't handle it. He tries to palm it and go to first, but he can't grab it. Buxton is going to be on first with a hit, looks like. That's hit number 5 for the Twins. That was a broken bat. He hits it basically right off the hands. Paredes tries to rush in and nab it for the throw, but is not able to handle it. 44 pitches now for Brown here in the bottom of the third. I'm sorry, that is the bottom of the third. That's right. 2 away, runner on first. He's going to be facing Trevor Larnach. Larnach is 1 for 1. Here's the first pitch. Knuckle curve, a little bit high and outside for ball 1. I need to make some changes to my screen layout. I meant to do that yesterday, but I had to make an unexpected trip to Hiroshima City to immigration to get my new residence card, so I'm happy about that. Ball 2. Hunter Brown misses again with that pitch. 2-0. So I wasn't able to do any work on my layout, my screen layout, but I hope to do that today. Here's the 2-0 pitch. In the dirt. Man, the bottom fell out of that one. It landed before the plate. Caratini caught it somehow, but that's ball 3. Man, it is hot in here. I got to turn that heater off. It is really getting warm. When I put on the headset and my glasses and my hat, it just starts to really make me hot. It's too much. Here's the next pitch from Brown, and that is a no-doubter. 98 miles per hour fastball. Strike 1. 3-1 is the count against Larnach. Runner on first. Buxton with that infield single. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Larnach. That one's hit up the middle. Is it going to be playable? Dubon comes running in and makes the play. And that is going to be it for the Twins in the bottom of the third. After one hit, Hunter Brown's able to retire the other batters. Astros will be coming up here in a moment. In the top of the 4th inning. This game is tied 2-2. 3 strikeouts to start the game for the Astros bats, followed up by back-to-back home runs in the second, and then nothing doing in the third. Is the 4th going to be like the second? Let's see. Got about 19 people watching. That's pretty nice. I will say that last year at the peak of my channel, I think my record was around, I don't know, maybe 50, between 50 and 55 people. No, I'm sorry. But 50 and 60 likes on my video. And likely around 150, 160 simultaneous views at the same time. And I'm sure that I can get back to that point very soon, no problem. Just going to take a little bit of time. Last year I did show some short clips and highlights of the game while I was watching it, and I do plan to do that again, but I need to work on my setup a little bit in order to do that for you. And I look to be doing that starting with the next game, Game 2 against the Twins. But due to a few things going on recently, me finishing Japanese language school, my new girlfriend, getting her stuff together and helping her get out the door and go to a business school in Kagoshima, Japan. I saw her off 2 days ago. Christian Walker's at the plate. He had a big home run, jacked to the upper deck, swing and a miss for strike 1. That exit velocity was 96.1 miles an hour, and Walker's hit by pitch. Walker gets smacked. He doesn't seem bothered by it. He's going to get on first. Looks like he got hit on the arm. Let's see. Oh, no. He didn't. He got hit on the hip. I looked down just for a minute. Just for a moment, rather. He got hit right in the hip. The 50th pitch of the game from Joe Ryan is about to be delivered to Jeremy Pena, who also has a solo home run off Ryan. That one's low and away for ball one. No outs. Lead runner is on after a hit by pitch. 2 home runs so far for Pena this season, but he's only batting .150 after a stellar spring training. That's in the dirt. That ball skitters away. Walker's going to have to stay on first. He's not fast enough to book it over to second, but that's ball 2. Temperature in Minnesota today and at the ballpark is 42, but they say it feels more like 35, so it's pretty darn chilly. A little bit of wind, too. Here's the next pitch to Pena, and that one's ripped hard to left field. That might... Oh, no, it is playable at the warning track. I thought that might be down. Man, he gave that a rip. Ooh, Ryan got lucky there. He dodged a bullet. That's out number 1. Line drive shot. Pena just really hitting the ball today with that home run and then that line drive shot all the way to the warning track. Almost back-to-back home runs for Pena. Man, that would have been nice. A nice, sweet 2-run homer. But that brings to the plate the Batman, Victor Caratini. He fouls that first pitch back. 4-seam fastball, 91 miles an hour. 0-1 is the count. Caratini had a nice rip earlier. Really hard line drive right down the line. Just fouled by a couple of yards. Could have been easily an extra base hit. He flew out after that. Count's now 0-1 with 1 out, runner on first. Here comes the next pitch to Caratini. Nope, Ryan goes over to first instead. Walker is back, no problem. I need Altuve over 1 point. I guess you're betting man, Cortez. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Caratini. Oh, way inside. Ball 1, the count's even. .54 pitches. Here comes the 55th from Joe Ryan against Caratini. Caratini takes that one in the dirt. Good take. That was not a bad looking pitch. The bottom fell out. Caratini had the eye and the strength to hold back on that pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Caratini hits that one opposite field. It's going to be through for a single, guys. And that will move Christian Walker to second. So with 1 out, the Astros have 2 runners on. Opposite field single by Victor Caratini. Victor Caratini, the Batman. For those of you who may not know why I call Victor Caratini the Batman is because he looks so much like Ben Affleck, and Ben Affleck played Batman in a couple of movies, and I just like calling him the Batman for obvious reasons. Nice opposite field hit there. Caratini on first, Walker on second, 1 away. And that brings to the plate Brendan Rodgers, who does himself have a hit already today. 4 Astros with hits so far today. None of those hits coming from the first 3 batters. That's not bad. Yeah, betting man. Yeah, I'm familiar with some of the lingo, but I don't do any betting. So, Rip Val Kilmer. Yeah, I heard about that. That's unfortunate, but you know, it happens. He was too young, but strike 1 to Brendan Rodgers. 0-1 is the count. Here comes the next pitch. Ooh, right on the outside edge. 92 mile per hour fastball. Strike 2. 0-2. Rodgers is behind in the count. But I know that he can hit Ryan. He did that last at bat. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Runners on first and second, one away. Here's the delivery. Hit out to right field, and is it going to be in play? No, it's going to float just into the crowd. Count remains 0-2. Yeah, that's right. Kilmer also played Batman. Although I remember him mostly for Top Secret, that spoof comedy that came out a long, long time ago. We used to watch that when I was a kid. Loved that movie. Kilmer was only 15 years older than me. I'm 50 now. I turned 50 just last month, almost exactly a month ago. Next pitch to Rogers, that's way outside for ball 1. 1-2. My expectation in life is to get healthy again and live to be 100 and keep making films. Still got to get rid of this tumor. Got a little ways to go. Ryan hops off the mound. The umpire says, hey, that is a balk. He's going to move the runners to second and third, guys. How do you like that? Now Ryan's talking with the umpire to figure out what he did wrong, and now he's got it. But none of the Twins are arguing that fact. They know it was a balk. How do you like that? Now both Astros runners are in scoring position. Second and third, the double play ball is eliminated. Brendan Rodgers, with a count of 1-2, has an opportunity here. That one's low and away. Ball 2, good take. Counts even. 27 people watching, creeping up to 30, guys. If you have a chance, make sure you like the video. I appreciate that. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brendan Rodgers. Here comes the pitch from Ryan. That one's right in there, and he hits it up the middle. It's another base hit. That's going to be at least 1 run. Caratini's coming around. He is going to score. That ball is cut off. Christian Walker and Caratini score on another hit by Brendan Rodgers. What a well-timed hit by Rodgers. It came at the perfect time after a balk by Joe Ryan. He hits it right up the middle, past a diving Carlos Correa, who couldn't get his glove on it. 2 hits now for Brendan Rodgers and 2 RBIs. How do you like that? Cam Smith at the plate with 1 out, runner on first base, and that ball is outside for ball 1. 4-2 Astros. How do you like that? Astros finally get to 4 runs. Good grief, it feels like forever, doesn't it? Here's the 1-0 pitch. Just a little outside. Excellent take by Cam Smith. Ball 2. Top of the 4th, the Astros with 5 hits matching the Twins. Next pitch is high. Ball 3. Another good take by Smith. What a good at bat so far by Smith. Just taking these just a couple inches outside of the zone, a couple inches above the zone. Here's a 3-0 pitch. He takes that one all the way. It was a good take. It was at the top of the zone, but it was in there for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Still just 1 out. Brendan Rodgers on first base. Joe Ryan about to deliver his 67th pitch of the game. Right in there. And Cam Smith looked like he wanted to go, but he held back, and that's strike 2. The count is full. Let's see if he delivers him something that he can actually swing at, or if he's going to try to throw some junk. He does give him a 92-mile-per-hour fastball, and Rodgers tries to steal second and gets thrown out. It's a double play. Of course. The Astros get a single by Rodgers, scores 2 runs, and then they have a strikeout and a caught stealing to double up and get out of the inning. That was so Astros. It's like, yeah, we got 2 runs, we got a rally going. Whoops, double play, inning over. But the Astros are in the lead now, 4-2 over the Twins. Both teams have 5 hits. Now that's the kind of conversion I like to see. 4 runs off 5 hits. At this rate, the Astros could have 8 runs in this game. Just keep getting 2 runs. Every other inning, 2 runs. That's what the Astros have done so far. 2 runs in the second, 2 runs in the fourth. We're going into the bottom of the fourth. Due up for the Twins is Ty France, followed by Willie Castro and Edouard Julien. Catch you later, lunchtime, Cortez. Enjoy your lunch. It is 6:20 in the morning here in Hiroshima. Do I have it in the right inning here? Did I not change the inning? Yeah, I changed it. It's supposed to be in the 4th inning. Why does it say 3rd inning on my screen? Do I need to update that or something? I'm going to turn this heater off. It's too hot in here. I guess I'm going to have to keep getting up every couple of minutes. To keep my legs from cramping. First pitch from Brown was a strike. He fires a second pitch, a swing and a miss. Knuckle curve. Ty France tries to launch on it. He doesn't touch it at all, and that will be strike 2. 0-2. Brown ahead in the count. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That was a nice looking pitch, but France somehow was able to hold up. Knuckle curve, 86 miles an hour with a ton of drop on it, but that'll be ball 1. Brown gets a new ball after that one skitters in the dirt a little bit. 98 miles an hour in the top of the zone. France fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. Little fastball from Brown. Is this stream really behind or something? That one's a little out of the zone for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. That one's right in there, and it's tapped right back to Brown, who just waits on it, tosses it over to first. Super easy. Easy peasy, living greasy. Out number 1. Hunter Brown just lobs it over to first. Ahí es no problemo. 1 away. Willie Castro comes to the plate. 1 for 1 today. He had a solo homer his last at bat. 1 away, no runners on. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Right in there, 97 miles an hour in the upper outside edge. Fastball. Strike 1. Swing and a miss. Another fastball. 96 up in the zone. 0-2. That was a good pitch by Brown. Castro couldn't get around on it. Here comes 0-2 pitch to Castro. Brown put some heat on that one, 98 miles an hour, but it was way up and out of the zone. Caratini had to slide out there and grab it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, no runners on. Here comes the pitch from Brown, the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, a 98 mile per hour heater on the outside. Castro can't get his bat on that ball, and that is out number 2 and another strikeout for Hunter Brown. Let me see if my scoreboard is updated. Why is my scoreboard still showing that? That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to see if I can get it to automatically update or refresh. Refresh the cache. Here we go. That should be right now. 1 strike to Edward Julien, and that next pitch is outside. He got the first pitch strike while I was adjusting some controls on my screen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, no runners on. Brown now at 61 pitches. Here comes the 62nd pitch. Ooh, just barely missed the bottom of the zone for ball 2. Oh, I forgot to did I not change the score? Yeah, my bad. Astros are up 4-2. I don't know why I didn't change the score. Julien fouled the ball off for strike 2. Count is even, 2-2. I'm still getting used to this scoreboard. I'm not used to having control over all of these things. This is tapped to the opposite field. Hunter palms it, throws it over to first base. He's got him. What a great play by Hunter Brown. It was just tapped down the third baseline. Hunter Brown runs over, grabs it with his hand, and tosses it over to first, and it's scooped up by Christian Walker. Twins look to see if they want to challenge, but that ball got there just in time and was scooped up by Walker for out number 3. Holy cow, what a great play on both ends. We're going into the top of the 5th, guys. The Astros still up 4-2. Man, what a great way to end the inning. Hunter Brown just doing it on both ends now. After that shaky start in the first inning, he's been mostly on lockdown mode. Do it for the Astros. Mauricio Dubon, followed by Jose Altuve and Isaac Paredes. Every time I look at Paredes' name, I want to say Isaac. I just glance at it. I want to say Isaac, but it's Isaac. Of course, it's Isaac. And they're showing more Dodgers highlights again. Thank you, MLB TV, for showing me the Dodgers over and over and over. 20 people watching right now, wherever you're at in the world. Thank you so much. If you're interested in getting the live play-by-play from the Astros this season, feel free to join the channel. Just click subscribe. I will be making some changes to my layout here. I just realized one of those changes I need to make right now is the name of the park. We are at Target Field, right? Not Dykeen Park. There we go. Some of these changes I have to make on the fly, and some of them I have to make before the game starts. And I'm not used to this layout right now. First pitch to Dubon is a little high and outside for ball 1. Good eye by Dubon. 1-0 is the count. Here comes the next pitch. Ryan's still on the mound, by the way. Dubon hits this into right field, but that's going to be playable by the right fielder, Wallner. He comes charging in a little too fast, has to put on the brakes, and then puts it away for out number 1. Altuve comes to the plate. 2 strikeouts today. Let's see if he can do something different here. He takes the first pitch, ball 1. Some really good patient at-bats, though, even though he has struck out twice today. He has been really patient at the plate, not just swinging at everything. Here comes the next pitch. 92 right in the middle of the plate. Counts even 1-1. 1 away, no runners on for Altuve. Come on, little man. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Altuve shows bunts, but pulls back because that one goes in the dirt. Ball 2. Wherever you're at, I appreciate you being here. The Astros are up 4-2 here in the top of the 5th. 1 away, no runners on. Here's the pitch to Altuve. Ooh, that's right in the inside top of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Come on, Altuve, let's put it in play. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Another swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for Altuve. That was a sweeper. The first at bat, that's what got him the sweeper. You got to learn from that, man. You can't be striking out on the same pitch two different times. That's 3 strikeouts for Altuve, despite the patience at the plate. Paredes is at the plate now with 2 outs and no runners on. First pitch is a little high and inside for ball 1. Here comes the next pitch to Paredes, and that one's in there. 77-mile-per-hour sweeper. That was a good-looking pitch. I'm not sure it went exactly where he wanted it to go. I think he probably didn't want it in the zone like that, but that's where it wound up, and he got lucky. Paredes didn't swing. 1-1. Here's the pitch. That's another sweeper, but that one goes off the plate, and Paredes doesn't go for it. That's the one that struck out Altuve, and that'll be ball 2. 2-1. Strikeout and a foul out today for Paredes. High for ball 3. Good take. Paredes did get into one earlier, but he skied it way up high out into left field. He rips that one down the third base line, but it's about 3 yards foul. And that'll be strike 2. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That's 80 pitches now for Ryan. He's likely nearing the end of his evening. He might have one more inning in him if he's a 90-plus pitcher. 90-plus pitches pitcher, and he might have more. Here's the 3-2, and he hits him. Another hit by pitch. This time is Paredes, not Walker. So both Walker and Paredes have been hit by Ryan. The Astros have a base runner with 2 outs, and that brings Yordan Alvarez to the plate. This one got him almost right on the elbow. He hit Walker on the hip. That's interesting. They just mentioned that Ryan has no walks. He's given no walks, but he's hit 4 batters this year. Yordan takes the first pitch, a sweeper right in the top of the zone for strike 1. That was a good pitch. Could have launched that one. No balls, 1 strike to the big man Yordan Alvarez, who is 0 for 2 today. One of those being a strikeout. Here comes the next pitch. Hit hard to right field. Is that going to be far enough? No. Caught at the warning track by Wallner. Just about 1 step onto the warning track. It was a nice little ride by Yordan, but just didn't have the oomph it needed to get out, and that's out number 3. So we move into the bottom of the 5th. Astros up 4-2. No changes. But that's consistent so far. Astros have No runs, 2 runs. No runs, 2 runs. No runs. So in the 6th, they scored 2. Well, now they're showing the highlight of Kyle Tucker hitting his first home run with the Cubs. That's another team I really don't want to see, is the Cubs. I have my reasons. Bottom of the 5th, coming up for the Minnesota Twins, Ryan Jeffers, Harrison Bader, and Matt Wallner. Hunter Brown at 64 pitches. That's not too bad. That pitch count would look really nice right now if he had gotten through that first inning a little better. Ryan Jeffers is 0 for 1 today. He has 1 strikeout against Brown. 5 strikeouts for Hunter Brown today. Averaging 1 strikeout, a little more than 1 strikeout per inning, 1.25 strikeouts per inning. He's back on the mound and looking for the first pitch. It looks like he's got what he wants, and here it comes. And the upper inside corner, couldn't have been a better placement. 96 miles an hour, strike 1. Here comes the next pitch to Jeffers. Woo! 96 on the inside corner again. Strike 2. 0-2. Hunter Brown is ahead in the count. Here comes the next pitch. Jeffers swings at that one. What a beautiful pitch. He got him with a knuckle curve. Boom. Just like that. 1, 2, 3 strikeout. 3 pitches. 1 away. Hunter Brown looking like a master right there. 2 right on the inside corner. And then a knuckle curve to get the half swing strikeout. The next pitch is exactly the same. A 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour on the inside corner to Harrison Bader. Strike 1. 4 straight strikes by Brown. Here comes the next pitch. That one just barely missed low. 97 miles an hour for ball 1. Wow, that was not bad. That was close. Here comes the 70th pitch of the game for Brown. Strike right in there, right in the middle of the zone. 96 mile per hour sinker. Bader down 1-2 in the count. Here comes a pitch from Brown. Ground to the right side. Walker grabs it, tosses it to Brown, who covers the base. No problem. Out number 2. 1 strikeout, 1 ground out. 2 up and 2 down. Should be here for the game tomorrow, even though that game for me starts at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I plan to be here, but I'm going to have to go to bed early tonight. I really need some extra sleep. I am running on fumes right now. Little meeting at the pitcher's mound right now between Caratini and Brown. Bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. Matt Wallner at the plate. He had a triple in the first inning that got stuck below the wall. Carlos Correa knocked him in with an infield ground ball. Meeting on the mound is adjourned. Wallner steps into the box. Caratini's back behind the plate, and we're ready to go. Brown steps up on the rubber, takes a look for the first pitch, and here we go. Here's the delivery. Ooh, right in there, 98 miles an hour on the inside corner. Perfectly placed again for strike one. 0-1. Brown gets the call. Goes into his windup. Here's the pitch. That one's hit to opposite field, 99 miles an hour on that outside corner. Nice fastball, but hit into the crowd on the left field side. That will be strike two on Wallner. You can hear some weak clapping in the crowd. They got a few Astros fans in Minnesota, I guess. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ooh, knuckle curve, just barely missed on that outside edge. Dangerous take by Wallner, but he gets the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's in there. 98 miles an hour, no doubt. No doubt. Holy cow, another strikeout by Hunter Brown. And we go into the top of the 6th. Astros leading 4-2. Okay, this is the inning where the Astros score 2 more runs, right? They scored 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th, and now it's the 6th inning. That means 2 more, right? I think so. Christian Walker is due up. He's 1 for 1. He had a massive home run, and then he was hit by pitch. Jeremy Pena is on deck. He also has a home run today. Back-to-back jacks, him and Christian Walker. Victor Caratini's in the hole. Come on, Stros. Let's pile a couple more runs on the board. That scoreboard I have on the screen is so strange. Unfortunately, I can't really change that awkward layout. If you notice where it says, let me reload my screen here. Yeah, okay, it's right now. Okay, if you notice where it has the right below the Astros Twins names, it says 0-0. It should be a little separated there. It should show the balls, the strikes, and the outs, but it's got the outs and the strikes kind of crammed together. I apologize. That's literally not my design. There's nothing I can do to fix that, so I guess I'll have to find another scoreboard to use so that that's less confusing for you guys. Joe Ryan's day is over. I figured he would be coming out soon. Lewis Varland is on the mound for the Twins. He has appeared in 3 games. His ERA is 3, 5 strikeouts, and a walk in 3 innings. He's facing Christian Walker, 98 miles an hour, right in there for strike 1, right in the top of the zone. Walker has scored twice, one on his solo shot and the other after getting hit. Low and away for ball 1. Good take. 97 mile per hour fastball. Let's see if the Astros can get a leadoff runner here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's hit over to Correa, who scoops it up, fires to first, and he gets him no problem. So that'll be out number 1. Jeremy Pena due up in just a moment. Got about 23 people watching along right now. Thank you for being here. Anybody's new to the channel, thank you for being here. Welcome. Feel free to leave some comments in the chat. Here's the first pitch to Pena. 98 miles an hour on the outside edge. Fastball. Strike 1. That was a nice looking pitch. 0-1. Here comes the next pitch from Varland. That one's also on the outside, but a little too far for ball one. A slider missing the mark at 90 miles an hour, about 4 inches off the plate. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Varland. Pena holds his swing, and that call could have gone either way. It was right on the edge of the zone, a little low and away. The umpire laid off. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pena gets the call. He steps out of the box for a moment, takes a timeout to gather himself. 1 away, no runners on. 2-1 is the count. Victor Caratini on deck. Here's the pitch to Pena, right in the middle of the plate. Pena gets around on it, but doesn't hit it solid enough. And that's going to be put away for out number 2. Left fielder looked like he had a little trouble locating exactly where it was going to come down, but it wound up not being a problem for him. Caratini comes to the plate batting left-handed against this right-hander. One for 2 today. It's Caratini. He's got a hit. First pitch is low. Check swing. Ball 1. Caratini calls for timeout. He wants a moment to adjust the dirt in the batter's box. Now the Batman steps back in. Here's the pitch from Varland. Swing and a foul ball by Caratini. Strike 1. Brendan Rodgers on deck if he gets the chance this inning. He's 1 for 2. He's got a nice 2 RBI single, and then was caught stealing after that. Caratini swipes at a 99 mile per hour fastball right in the zone, but fouls it back. Not able to straighten it out, but at least he got a chunk of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This game seems to be moving along at a brisk pace. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Caratini. A little check swing. The ball was in the bottom of the zone. That could have been called strike 3. Caratini gets lucky with the call. The ump lays off. The count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Caratini. That one's low, almost in the dirt. It's going to be a full count. Astros have RBIs from 3 different hitters. Here's the full count pitch. Caratini hits it straight up and back, and it's going to be out of play. No play for the catcher. Caratini is going to have another opportunity here. Another full count pitch. Sweet Richard says, I'm drunk. What are you drinking, man? For a second there, I was thinking, man, it's early in the day, because for me, it's like 6:45 in the morning. Caratini straightens that one out to left field. Is it going to drop? Yes, it is. He's not going to get there. Caratini's going to scoot to second base. Opposite field double as the left fielder goes diving in there to try to catch it. Bader was out there, tried to charge in and get it, and he just couldn't get there in time, and the ball hit the ground, bounced over his head, and now Caratini is the recipient of the Astros' 6th hit. A nice double, another extra base hit by the Astros. Excuse me. Caratini with his 2nd hit of the game. And he's batting .429 for the season right now. Brendan Rodgers takes the first pitch for strike 1, 98 miles per hour, right in the zone. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Varland. That one's low, good take, 98 mile per hour fastball. 1-1 is the count. Man, how awesome would it be for Brendan Rodgers to pick up another RBI right here? He'd have himself a banner day. 1-1 is the count with 2 outs. Caratini on second. Here's the pitch. That's smashed hard to left field, and that's off the wall. Another RBI for Rodgers. He walks into second base standing up, back-to-back doubles for Caratini and Rogers. Holy cow, Rogers is having a banner day, guys. How do you like that? That ball was ripped and hit the base of the wall. Luckily, it hung long enough for Rogers to book it around the second base and was able to get in there standing up. The first pitch to Cam Smith is fouled back. A nice cut by Smith, but couldn't quite get the bat completely on it. Strike one. Astros up 5-2. That's right, they need one more run to get that 2 runs to keep the streak going. Here's the next pitch to Cam Smith. 98 miles an hour, low and away, but in the zone for strike 2. 0-2 is the count. 40 ounce. That's something I don't do much of, is drink, not these days. Swing and a miss, so the Astros don't get their 2 runs. Cam Smith strikes out. That's going to do it for this inning, but the Astros come away with 1. We're going into the bottom of the 6th. Astros up 5-2. 7 hits now for the Astros to the Twins 5 hits. Astros leading 5-2. The Astros now with multiple extra base hits and 3 RBIs coming on 2 different hits by Brendan Rodgers, the 7th man in the batting order. He's got 3 hits today and 3 RBIs. He's on fire. Now batting .333 for the season. So Altuve batting .346, Caratini batting .429, and Rogers batting .333. Man, if Paredes and Alvarez and Walker, if they can just get their averages up into the high 200s, and the other guys can stay solid like this, what a great hitting lineup we would have. I still believe that the Astros have the ability to hit the ball and score runs. It hasn't happened yet. I just feel like they need to shake a little bit of rust off, but it will be all right. I'm a believer. Oh, my real name is David. Oh, by the way, why do you use Sweet Richard as your YouTube screen name? Or is that something that's a secret? Hunter Brown is still on the mound. He's at 75 pitches. He's going to start the bottom of the 6th versus Carlos Correa. Here's the first pitch. Correa goes after the first pitch and just barely misses an extra base hit down the third base line. It's foul by just a few inches. Strike 1. He came out of there swinging like Altuve on that first pitch. Correa is 0 for 2 today, but he does have an RBI on an infield ground ball. Brown is back on the mound looking for the pitch, and he's got it. Here comes the windup and the toss. Correa hits that one to the shortstop. Pena fires over to first. Walker grabs it, no problem, and Correa is retired for the 3rd time. Out number 1. That's going to bring up Byron Buxton. 7 strikeouts on the day for Hunter Brown. He's averaging just over 1 strikeout per inning. After a long pause, here's the delivery to Buxton. That one's in the dirt. That one came out of Brown's hand badly. Bounces way before the plate. Ball one. 2 singles for Buxton today and a stolen base. Here comes the pitch. Right in there, 98 miles an hour, right in the outside edge. Counts 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the 80th pitch of the game for Brown. Buxton lets that one go by, and it just misses on the outside edge. Ball 2. Hunter Brown keeping it kind of on that outside edge there. Here's the next pitch, 2-1. Check swing, high and inside. Fouls it all for strike 2. 96 mile per hour sinker. Man, the temperature has been going up and down, fluctuating a little bit between a little cold and a little warm. And I've got these little sugar ants that are starting to come in the house now. It's so easy for them to get into this old Japanese house. They can come in through the cracks in the walls. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Buxton. That one's in the dirt too. And we've got a full count. No runners on. 1 away. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Byron Buxton. Brown's got the pitch that he wants. And here comes the delivery. Fouled back, 98 mile per hour, right on that outside corner. Buxton not letting that one go by this time. And wisely so, that was going to be strike 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3, a 97 mile per hour heater, a good 4 or 5 inches above the zone. Those pitches always remind me of Justin Verlander. He loved that high fastball, and he'd get those strikeouts so often, just like that, just right in the middle of the zone, but above the zone. 2 away, and that brings up Trevor Larnach. 98 in the lower outside corner. Strike 1. What a pitch. 98 mile per hour. Heater. That's what the bullies called me. Really? Are you serious? And you took it? I guess you took the name so you could own it? That's my guess. That ball misses. 98 mile per hour fastball. Counts 1-1. 2 away, no runners on. Brown delivering his 87th pitch. That one's bounced to the right side, but foul. Strike 2. Brown ahead in the count. What is that, like 8 strikeouts for Brown right now? Yep, 8 strikeouts. He's got a chance to get his 9th strikeout right here. He's getting close to 10. Umpire calls timeout as the batter steps out, so Hunter Brown will take a little break off the mound for a moment. Takes off his hat, adjusts a little bit, and walks back up on the rubber. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no runners on. But now Caratini will run out to the mound to have a little meeting with Brown. It looks like they're just trying to make sure that they get the right pitch here to get the out on Larnach. That's funny. Hunter Brown kept shaking his head, and then finally Caratini ran out to the mound because apparently they heavily disagreed and they had a little meeting about it. Meeting adjourned. Caratini goes back behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes a pitch from Brown. 87 mile per hour knuckle curve. Fouled at the plate. Count remains 1-2. I'm wondering if that's the pitch that Caratini wanted. Here comes the next pitch. 1-2 count. That one's in the dirt. 91 mile per hour changeup. It makes me wonder if Caratini's the one that wanted the off-speed pitches and the knuckle curve. Maybe Brown wants the fastball. We might see it right here. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Nope, another changeup low. And that's a full count. If these pitches have been Caratini's choice, Brown might shake it off right here and go for a fastball. We'll see. 90 pitches now, and here comes the next one. Full count. Grounded to the right side, straight to Walker. He's able to take it himself, and that's out number 3. Brown gets the job done again. As they say, what can Brown do for you? How about get us to the 7th inning, having given up only 2 runs and having 8 strikeouts? How about that? Pretty good performance by Brown. Astros backing him up a little bit with a 5-2 lead. 7 hits for the Astros and 5 runs. Mauricio Dubon, batting in the 9th spot, is due up. He's 0 for 2 today. He's batting 0 for the season. He doesn't have a hit yet. He hasn't had too many opportunities, so can't really judge that average too much. Followed by Altuve. Altuve not having a stellar day today. He's been on fire until today. He doesn't have a single hit, but he has 3 strikeouts. Alvarez also not looking too good today with no hits and a strikeout. Paredes no hits today and a strikeout. The top 3 batters for the Astros producing practically nothing today. No walks, no hits, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 strikeouts between Altuve, Paredes, and Alvarez this game. And yet the Astros have 5 runs on the board and 7 hits. How do you like that? So the 4 through, well, Dubon is the 9th hitter. Cam Smith doesn't have any hits. So all of the hits have come from 4 batters for the Astros. Walker, Pena, Caratini, and Rogers. Rogers with 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Caratini with 2 hits. Pena with 1 hit, 1 RBI. And Walker with 1 hit, 1 RBI. A couple of long balls for the Astros. A couple of doubles. Some singles. As Mauricio Dubon comes to the plate, he's going to be facing a different pitcher. Jorge Alcala? Or is it Alcala? It is Alcala. Okay. Jorge Alcala. His ERA last season was 3.24. Here comes the first pitch to Dubon. And I need to change the inning. It is the 7th. This is the top of the 7th. First pitch is low for ball 1. I need to reset the outs and the strikes. There we go. It's right now. Here's the next pitch to Dubon. Man, Dubon rips that one to third base, but he's there to make the play and fire to first. Now it'll be out number 1. That was a well-hit ball, but right at the third baseman. Poor Dubon. He gets a rip, and he goes straight to the third baseman. Brian King is warming up in the bullpen for the Astros. That is a pitcher I like. I like to call him Magnum P.I. He looks just like Tom Selleck. Here's the first pitch to Altuve. Altuve actually goes after the first pitch this time, something he hasn't done the whole game. Fouls it off down the third baseline. An 82-mile-per-hour curveball. Strike 1. Even if you ground out or fly out, Altuve, I don't want you to strike out here. I want you to hit the ball solidly. Let's do something. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Takes that one in the dirt for ball 1. Good take. One ball, 1 strike to Jose Altuve. I really want me an Altuve jersey. Here's the pitch. Just a little high. about 3 or 4 inches out of the zone. That'll be ball 2. Altuve over 3. Let's make it 1 for 4, man. Here comes the pitch. That one's a little in there. It looks like it's not where the catcher was expecting it, but it was still in the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Altuve takes that one. Catcher calls a timeout. He's going to run out to the mound. Have a little discussion about this 2-2 delivery to Altuve. It's kind of interesting seeing some of these commercials, some of these ads on U.S. television, being in Japan. Some of these places we don't have here, and I haven't seen them in years. I mean, I haven't even been in the U.S. in basically 7 years. Wow, that's been a while. 99 miles an hour to Altuve, swing and a miss. He went after it, and it was right in the zone, but he blew his doors off. He couldn't get around on it in time. By the time he got around it was already in the catcher's mitt. Strikeout and out number 2. That's going to bring up Isaac Paredes with no runners on. Here comes the first pitch. Just barely missed on that slider on the outside edge. Ball 1. Still got consistently 15 people hanging in at least and watching and listening into the game. Thanks for being here. I really do appreciate it. It helps me out. It helps the channel. 96 miles an hour. Foul tip by Paredes. That'll be strike 1. The count is even. 2 outs. 1-1. Astros haven't been scoring any runs in the odd number innings so far. And it looks like they're going to continue that as Paredes fouls it back. Nope. He gets lucky. It goes just out of play, and that's going to be strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thought that one was going to be playable, but it just went over the net. Yordan Alvarez on deck. Astros top three guys doing absolutely nothing in this game so far. Here comes the next pitch to Paredes. It's hit high again, 99 miles an hour, and that's going to be playable by the first baseman. He floats over, grabs it. Ty France puts away Paredes for out number 3. And that's it for the Astros in the top of the 7th. We are going to the bottom of the 7th. The Astros still up 5-2. Brian King jogs out to the mound for the Astros. He's replacing Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown with 6 solid innings, giving up 2 runs just in the first inning. After that, 5 goose eggs for the Twins. And we got the 7th inning stretch going on. As somebody sings God Bless America. I'm not sure why people are standing there with their hats over their hearts. Isn't that something that we typically only do for the national anthem? That's just my impression. Astros not looking bad this game. Can you imagine what the score would be if we had some production from the top of the batting order? All of the production is coming from the bottom of the batting order, or you could say even the mid to bottom of the batting order. Just 4 guys. 4 guys with all the hits. Some of the Astros adjusting well to the cold. Our big name players not adjusting at all. Not a single hit between Altuve, Paredes, and Alvarez. "17 people following along right now. Make sure you like the video if you have the opportunity. I'd really appreciate that. Obviously, the watch hours are important. If people hang around the channel and listen, the watch hours are very, very important for the YouTube algorithms, as they say. But also the likes, the channel likes, also an important thing. And of course, subscriptions. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I invite you to do that right now. I don't know why, but the audio is not working on my screen at the moment. Maybe it'll come back on. When the game is on, and it does. MLB website has their glitches sometimes. One earned run in the Astros' last 8 innings of bullpen action. 14 strikeouts. That's nearly 2 strikeouts per inning and only 4 hits. Excellent bullpen work by the Astros. Astros' issue right now is, or has been, primarily just getting the extra base hits. That's it. Can't say that getting hits has been a big issue. It's getting the extra base hits. First pitch from King to Ty France is in there. Oh, no, it's not. It's too far inside. That's ball 1. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. 90-mile-per-hour fastball, just a little above the zone. 1-1. Good pitch by King. That was just about 2 or 3 inches above the zone. The count's even. Here comes the next pitch from King. This one's hit to Pena. Kind of a soft grounder. He fires over to first. No problem. Out number 1. Well played. King is pitching much faster than Brown is, or Brown was rather. Willie Castro comes to the plate. Castro's 1 for 2 today with a home run. Way back in the first inning, the last time the Twins got on the board. Thumping Brown for 2 runs, but after that, nothing. Here's the pitch by King. This is hit hard to the left, but it's going to die, and Altuve gets underneath it. Puts it away. That's the first ball of the game that I've seen Altuve handle. Out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for King. Edward Julian is going to be taken out of the game. Jose Miranda is coming to the plate. Right-handed batter. This season batting 167 against the league. Brian King about to deliver the first pitch, and that's right on the inside edge, but called a ball just a little too far inside. Just a little too far inside. Here comes the pitch, and that's hit out to left field. Is that going to drop? No, Altuve gets underneath it, and that's going to be out number 3. Out number 3. How do you like that? Brian King, 3 up and 3 down. No problem. We're going to go into the top of the 8th. Astros up 5-2. Yordan Alvarez is due up. Got a message from my girlfriend here. Got to message her back right quick. Let's see here. And she just asked me a question. I sent her an answer, sent her a reply. It's early in the morning here. It's about 7:15. And let's see here. Okay, there we go. It looks like the Twins have a new pitcher in, Darren McCaughan. Fouled off by Alvarez. That'll be strike one, 89 miles per hour. Let's see if Alvarez can have some good luck against this pitcher. He hasn't done anything in the game so far. Might be his last at bat here. Unless the Astros just start manufacturing runs. He takes that one for strike one, or strike two rather. Four-seam fastball, 90 miles an hour on the inside corner. It looked like a good one to rip. 0-2 is the count. Here comes the next pitch to Alvarez. High fastball. Fouled off, and it looks like it's going to be out of play, and it is. He's going to have another chance, another 0-2 delivery in just a moment. Top of the 8th here, guys. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for the Astros right now. Here comes the next pitch to Alvarez. That's right in there for strike three. No arguing that. He didn't even make an attempt to swing. How do you not swing at that? 91 right in the middle of the zone with almost no movement on it. What is going on with Yordan Alvarez this game? Christian Walker comes to the plate. The fourth hitter in the lineup. And the first one to get a hit in the game. Or a big hit, you could say, a home run. 83 miles an hour on the outside corner. Could have been called a strike, but the ump lays off. Ball one. One ball, no strikes. Here comes a pitch. Fouled back. Strike one. 90 mile per hour sinker. One ball, one strike, one out. Christian Walker took a little break out of the box. Now he's stepping back in. Here's the next pitch from McCaughan. McCaughan? It's an interesting name. That one is in the dirt and bounces to the backstop. Ball two. 2-1. Brian Abreu is now warming up in the bullpen for the Astros. Looks like he will be the man to go to in the 8th. I would expect to see Josh Hader in the 9th. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's hit hard by Walker all the way out to the wall, and it's off the wall. Is he going to be able to get to second? No, he hit it too hard. So he's on first base with a single. Man, Walker almost got himself another home run. And he ripped that one so hard. It was a line drive shot off the left center field wall. Man, just right in the middle of the plate. 89 miles an hour. 112.8 miles an hour bat speed, or right off the bat. Pena up at the plate. Umpire calls timeout. The catcher walks out to the mound. They want to have a little heart-to-heart discussion here. Meeting is finished. Whatever they wanted to discuss about Jeremy Pena seems to have come to a conclusion. One hit for Pena today, and that was a solo home run back in the second inning. Here comes the first pitch to Pena. Bounced foul down the third base line, and that'll be strike one. Pena going after the first pitch. Sure would be nice to see Pena keep hitting home runs this year. Stealing bases, hitting home runs, getting on base. We need that. Here's a 0-1 pitch to Pena. A little low. Oh, man, you called that a strike. Can you believe that? It was low and inside, about 2 inches out of the zone, but the umpire says, you know what, me likey. Strike two. Counts 0-2. One away. Walker on first. The pitcher steps off the mound. Takes a little break. Now he's back up on the rubber. Oh and 2. Here's the pitch to Pena. Pena hits it into center field, a little line drive. Center fielder floats back and grabs it, tosses it in. Walker back to first base. That's out number 2. I forgot to change the attacking team, so it is in the top of the 8th. I just got that corrected. It was showing bottom of the 8th, but this is the top of the 8th. The Batman Victor Caratini comes to the plate. Caratini does have 2 hits today. He's doing pretty well. He's batting .429 for the season. Takes that one for strike one. 81-mile-per-hour changeup. Caratini with a double, and he has scored twice. 0-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch. He takes that one low for ball one. Counts even. Am I still here? You're still here, man. It seems. It seems to me if you're typing in the chat, you're still here or there or wherever you are. 1-1. Here's the pitch to Caratini. He fouls that one back. 82-mile-per-hour sweeper. Strike two. The count is 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Caratini. Way outside, taken for ball two. The count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitcher is set. Here comes the delivery. Caratini grounds it to first. Easily caught by the first baseman, who steps on the bag, and that's going to be it for the Astros in this inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Astros with 8 hits, 5 runs. The Twins, 5 hits, 2 runs. Brian Abreu was warming up in the bullpen. It looks like he will be the pitcher for the Twins. For the Twins. I'm sorry, for the Astros. Ah, man, it's just too early for me. It's not even 7:30 yet in the morning. Yeah, I'm getting more questions here. See if I can respond. She was asking me a question about something I posted on Facebook. We've had such a wonderful time together recently. Let's see here. Coming up in just a moment here in the bottom of the 8th, Brian Abreu will be facing Ryan Jeffers, Harrison Bader, and Matt Wallner if no lineup changes are made. There might be some pinch hitting going on. We will see, because it looks like the Twins have the bottom part of the order coming up, so they might make some changes. We'll see. I don't know their team very well, so we'll just have to wait and see. Yep, Chas McCormick is out in right field. Cam Smith is done for the day. That's what the Astros have kind of done this year. Later in the game, they brought in McCormick for a stronger, more experienced outfielder. Stronger defense. 96 miles an hour, four-seam fastball right in there for strike one against Ryan Jeffers. Here comes the next pitch. Just outside, 98 mile per hour fastball. Nobody's on base. I forgot to update that. Taken care of. 1-1 strike to Ryan Jeffers. Here's the pitch from Abreu. 97 in the top of the zone, fouled off. Nice fastball by Abreu. Jeffers couldn't get around on it in time to straighten it out. The count is 1-2. That next pitch is 99 miles an hour, but it's low and outside. That evens the count, 2-2. Abreu gunning for a strikeout here. That would be perfectly fine with me. Here's the pitch. Jeffers takes that one. It's way outside by a good 1.5 feet. Full count. This next pitch would be Abreu's 9th of this at-bat. And here it comes. Right in there, grounded up the middle, taken by Pena. He lobs it over to first base. Not a good throw, but scooped up by Walker. Pena had plenty of time and made a terrible throw, but luckily it was not a hard throw. It was just a weak one-hopper, but Walker snatches it up. He's got a really good glove on there. I've been really impressed with the Astros infield so far this year. We've got some, I don't know if you guys realize it, but we've got like 5 gold glovers on the team. Here's the first pitch to the next batter, Harrison Bader. He fouls it back. 97 mile per hour fastball for strike one. Pam Flaler. Oh, I haven't seen Pam in a really, really long time. Another one of my viewers from last year. Pam, if you're listening right now, I saw your emoji comment on my other video, so it's really nice to see your name again. 0-1 is the count against Bader. Here's the pitch. Ooh, what a beautiful pitch by Brian Abreu. Slider right in the zone. moved around so nicely and just settled right into the zone for strike two. 0-2. Here's the next pitch. Oh, another beauty. This time, Abreu goes straight at the zone. The movement goes off the plate. Bader comes around and gets nothing but air. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Bader left with his jockstrap hanging in the rafters. 2 outs, no runners on. Matt Wallner up at the plate. That one's a little low and outside for ball 1. Wallner 1 for 3 today, batting 150 for the season. Here's the next pitch from Abreu. A swing and a miss. Another beautiful slider from Abreu, man. Holy cow. When Abreu is on, man, he is dirty. He's dirty. Even count, 1-1. Here's the next pitch. This one's hit hard down the right side. What a great backhanded play by Walker, and he tosses it to Abreu, but it bounces off his glove. And Abreu just stands there. The ball bounces over past the foul line, and he just stands there. So Wallner runs to second base. What in the world happened? Christian Walker made a phenomenal backhanded grab on a rocket hit by Wallner. Abreu ran over and tried to catch the ball and put his foot on the bag. Apparently he thought he caught the ball, but he didn't. It bounced off his glove, and he stepped on the base, and he didn't realize the play was still going. Now Wallner is on second base with 2 outs. What in the world happened there? Abreu just didn't realize he didn't catch the ball. It bounced off his glove. First pitch is a ball to Correa, and next pitch is on the way. 98 miles an hour, just off the edge of the corner, but called strike 1. Man, I can't fault Abreu too much for that. He thought he caught the ball, but I guess he didn't feel it bounce off his glove. That was crazy. Over 3 is Correa. That was 100 miles an hour, but in the dirt for ball 1. Or I'm sorry, ball 2. It's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on second. Abreu started off really well and just made the boo-boo with the bad catch at first. I guess that'll be an error. Yeah, they've scored it as an error, obviously. He should have caught that. It's crazy that he didn't realize he didn't catch it. He had not caught the ball. Here's the pitch. 98 miles an hour, fouled back. Good pitch by Abreu. Strike 2. The count's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Well, Correa had 7 years with the Astros. He's going to have 7 with the Twins. That's pretty crazy. I guess he's getting on up there in age. How old is Correa now? Let's see. He's 30 years old. He's got a little baseball left in him. Past his prime, I guess you could say. He's only batting 83 for the season, not even 100, so he's not performing well. I don't know how many at-bats he has, though. Here comes the next pitch to Correa. 99 miles an hour, a little low and outside. The umpire was a tad generous to Abreu. Correa a little unhappy with that. It's understandable because it was at least an inch, if not 2 inches, out of the zone. But, you know, what I say about arguing with the umpire, it's always useless. It doesn't matter how right you are. How many times have you guys ever seen the umpire change their mind? And I'm not talking about an instant replay where the call is overturned. I'm talking about where the umpire makes a call and it's completely dependent upon him to change his mind or not. Has anyone ever seen an umpire say, you know what, yeah, you're right, and then change their call? I've never seen it. And that's the main reason why I think that it's completely useless to get upset and start complaining and yelling at the umpire in a game. It's useless. It doesn't accomplish anything, and it could cause people to get tossed out. It's unnecessary. And fans who like to see the coach get angry, come out yelling, and get tossed out of the game, that's just silly. I don't see any reason for that. It's useless. It's better for the coach to stay in the game and be available for his players than to come out putting on a show just because the fans are unhappy with an umpire's call. I've never understood that aspect of American baseball. It's not like that here in Japan. But then again, there are also some aspects of Japanese baseball that I don't quite understand either. So no matter where you watch baseball, there are always going to be things like that. We are in the top of the top of the ninth. Coming up to bat for the Astros in just a moment is Brendan Rodgers, who's having a stellar day today, 3 for 3 with several RBIs, just as many RBIs as hits. 3 for 3 with a 333 batting average. 3.3, 3.33. Straight across the board. Here comes the first pitch to Rodgers. Just a little below the zone for ball one. Good take. Here comes the next pitch. McCacken. That's how they pronounce his name? I didn't know that. I wouldn't have been able to guess that. He throws a strike to Rodgers. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Just a little outside. That could have been called either way, but it's going to be ball two. 2-1. McCacken. This will be his 20th pitch of the game. He is still in for the Twins. Here's the pitch to Rodgers. Swing and a miss. Low and away. That evens the count. 2-2. Astros' last opportunity here to try to get some insurance runs. They scored in the second, the fourth, and the sixth. They're leading 5-2. Here's the pitch from McCacken. Rodgers swings and misses on that 83-mile-per-hour sweeper. Out number one. That's the first time that Rodgers has been retired this game. That brings up Chas McCormick, who will have his first at-bat of the game. He's batting .286 this year. Man, that was a good pitch to be swinging at. 86 fastball right in the zone, and he couldn't get his bat on it. I just lost my stream for some reason. Not sure exactly what's going on, so I'm going to reload it. Now we're back up. Apparently, McCormick got another strike, so it is strike two. Here comes the pitch. Well, check swing, did he go? They say he did, and that's going to be a 3-pitch strikeout for McCormick. That was a less than stellar outing for McCormick. Two away. Dubon comes to the plate. Last of the batting order. Dubon, one of a few players with no hits today, and make that a change. He hits it down the third baseline, and he's going to go for two. Is he going to get there? Yes, he slides in head first at second base. Holy cow. How do you like that? Whoops, I put him on third base by accident. He's smiling. That's his first hit of the season. Dubon hasn't had many opportunities at the plate, and he just rips that one down the line. The third baseman was playing well off the line. Dubon, not known for his power and pulling the ball. And he's celebrating like, finally, I got a hit. Altuve comes to the plate. Jose also does not have a hit today. It'd be nice for him to add one on, but that's a swing and a miss for strike one. 2 outs. Dubon on second. Altuve with another home run. I want to see it. I want to see another homer. Here's the pitch. Oh, how did you miss that one? Right in the middle of the plate. A sweeper, 83 miles an hour, and a complete swing and miss there by Altuve. He's just not seeing the ball well today for some reason. He's not getting the bat on the ball. 0-2 is the count with 2 outs, and Dubon on second. 2 strikes, 2 outs for on second. Lots of twos there. Here's the pitch. Way outside, ball 1. I was in the kitchen cooking, but listening to you. Hey, Pam, thank you so much. I kind of figured you were listening and doing something else since I saw your emoji comment, but I didn't see any comments in the live chat. That one's off the plate, 91 miles an hour. The count is even. The crowd is booing, but that pitch was like 6 inches off the plate. It was nowhere near being a strike. The 30th pitch is about to be on the way from McCawkin. Altuve swings and fouls that one off, stays alive. The count remains 2-2. What are you cooking, Pam? I'm going to be interested in having some breakfast, I think, in just a little bit. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. I've been up for nearly 3 hours now. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Altuve. Just outside. The crowd boos again, but that's well outside of the zone again. 3 or 4 inches outside of the zone for ball 3. They are really gunning for a strikeout, but those pitches are not near the zone. You can't call those strikes. Full count on Altuve with 2 outs, runner on second. Here's the pitch. That's in there for strike 3. Altuve thought that he was going to get a walk there, but instead he was caught looking for strike 3. Whoops, I had it in the bottom of the ninth, but it was in the top. It should have been in the top. Now it's in the bottom of the ninth. My bad, guys, but now it's correct. Let me mute that commercial. That's a little distracting. The Astros still up 5-2. 9 hits for the Astros. So what do you think about this game? They got swept by the Giants. But today, Astros wind up with 9 hits and 5 runs. 1 error, which is the mess up by Brian Abreu, who thought he had caught the ball at first base, but didn't. With 5 runs, the Astros would have won any of the games that they played against the Giants, I believe. Or was it the Giants that scored 7 runs against them? Let's take a look. Oh, it was. Okay, yeah, that's right. Game 1 against the Giants scored 7, so they wouldn't have won that game, and then they scored 6 in the last one. So, yeah. But it would have been enough to win any of their other games. 5 runs a game would be really awesome. If they could average that, I'd be super, super happy, because I think the Astros pitching has the ability to keep the opponents down. Split pea soup? Chicken. Split pea soup sounds good too. Yeah, I haven't had split pea soup in a long time. Chicken is something that I like to eat often. It's good, lean protein. I sure do miss turkey, though. You can't get turkey in Japan unless you special order it online, or you go to a really nice hotel during Christmas time. Otherwise, you can't get it. Before the pandemic, you used to be able to buy turkey during the holidays, like from Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving to Christmas. But after the pandemic, they stopped carrying it. And that was at Costco. Very disappointing. Josh Hader is on the mound, and also there's been another change with Jake Myers in the outfield. 82 miles an hour from Hader. He's facing Byron Buxton. Strike one, right in the middle of the zone. 0-1. Here's the next pitch. Buxton swings at that one. He skies it high. Looks like Caratini's going to try to take it, and he has to dive, but he's able to get it. The wind was blowing that around. It looks like Caratini had to move around and then dive at the last minute to get it, but he managed to catch it. Man, he didn't really know where that ball was. That was crazy. He ran around in a circle. He started off going back, and then he ran in a circle and finally was able to catch it. Wow. The wind must be really chilly out there. Out number one. That brings up Trevor Larnach. 2 pitches for Hader and 1 out. Here comes his third pitch. Larnach takes it outside for ball 1. That was almost comical. I have heart problems. I need to eat healthy foods now. Sorry to hear that, Pam. I understand. I've got primarily kidney issue still. Got some new medicine, but the diet is the most important thing. Strike one. The count is 1-1 against Larnach. There's a swing and a miss. 82 mile per hour slider. Strike 2. 1-2. Some decent pitches from Hader so far. My best wishes to you, Pam. I completely understand the health issue stuff. Too well, actually. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Bounced foul down the first base side. The count remains 1-2 on Trevor Larnach. Six innings pitched so far for Hader, with 5 strikeouts, a 3.86 RA, trying to get this save here. Check swing, and they say he didn't go. That'll be ball 2. Way outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here in the bottom of the 9th, Hader trying to lock it down for the Stros. That one's also way outside. Caratini scoots out there and grabs it. That's going to be a full count. Here's the 9th pitch from Hader. Full count, swing in the dirt. Caratini grabs it, makes the tag. That's out number 2. Another strikeout here for the Astros. And the first for Josh Hader. 1 out away from putting this one in the bag. I did say yesterday I believe that the Astros will sweep this series. I just looked at the matchup, and I feel very confident that the Astros can do this. First pitch to Ty France is on the edge for strike 1, an 82 mile per hour slider from Hader. This game looks like it's turning out to be like what I thought it would be. In the dirt, but a swing and a miss by France for strike 2. Good pitch by Hader on the changeup. I'll do a quick game recap after this one is over, and a little preview about what's coming up for the next 2 games. Check swing there, but they say that he didn't go. It's going to be ball 1, 1-2. Game was almost over. Was it the Phillies that Ty France played for before? I can't really remember. Here's the next pitch, and he hits that one high. Is it going to be playable? It looks like it's going to be. Christian Walker floats over into foul territory. He's got it, and that's out number 3. The Astros put it away, win this game 5-2. 9 hits for the Stros, 1 error, 5 runs. The Twins, 5 hits, 2 runs, no errors. They take game 1 against the Twins, and they even up their record again, 3-3. Astros now 500 so far for the season. Now let's take a look at the game recap, guys. Astros put this one in the bag, just like I thought they would. Oh, not 3-3. My bad. The Astros are 3-4. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I was a little off with that. Sorry about that. They are not 500. They're still below 500 right now, but it's okay. I think we'll get to that point tomorrow. Let's take a look at the game recap first, and then we'll look at tomorrow's game or the next game. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow or the next day, but we'll see. No big deal. In the very first inning, this was the only inning that the Astros pitching had a problem. From the second inning all the way through the ninth, no problems. Hunter Brown got off to a little bit of a shaky start, had a little bit of unlucky circumstances happen, gave up 2 runs. Correa grounded out to shortstop. Wallner was on third base, and he was able to score. After that, Larnach singled to left field, scoring Buxton. Those were the only 2 runs of the game in the first inning. After that, it was all Stros. In the second inning, Christian Walker homered to left field, followed by a back-to-back homer from Jeremy Pena, also to left field. In the fourth inning, the Astros struck again when Rogers singled to center field, scoring both Walker and Caratini. Again, Rogers would strike in the sixth with a double, scoring Caratini again. That put the Astros up 5-2, and that's where the score would stay for the rest of the game. The Astros with 9 hits. One little error by Abreu, but that didn't come back to bite them. They got out of the inning no problem. Now, this was a good game overall. Hunter Brown had 8 strikeouts, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Can't complain about that performance. He did his job like I was expecting. I don't have any reason to believe it's going to be any different over the next 2 games. I think this is going to be an Astros sweep, and before it's all said and done, the Astros will be 5-4. That's just me personal feeling. Now let's take a quick look at the schedule. The next game the Astros have in Minnesota is not tomorrow. It's going to be the day after tomorrow. So tomorrow there is a break, and a much needed one for me, because both these games, Game 2 and Game 3, start at 3:10 in the morning for me. So I'm going to have to really get some extra sleep tonight and then go to bed early the next night so that I can get up and call these 2 games. But I should be able to do both these games for you guys. After that, the Astros are going to do 3 games in a row in Seattle. So 6th, the 7th, I'm sorry, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th. 5 games in a row for the Astros on the road. They're going to be quite busy before they get a break back home in Houston against the Angels. They're going to wrap up in Minnesota on the 6th, and then they will be in Seattle right after that for a 3-game series. Eric Getty's due on the mound on Saturday, and he'll be followed by Blanco. That's the current lineup. And that's all we have for today here at Geaux Stros. I am about to shut this down, get myself a little breakfast, and have some rest because I'm really tired and sleepy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for everyone who is new to the channel, and for all of you who've come back from last year. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'd like to give a little update on what's going on here whenever I can, but first I want to get my new layout fixed, kind of get back into the groove of things, and then I'll share. But thank you all for being here. Sweet Richard, thank you for being here. Cortez, Astros Houston, and of course Pam, thank you so much for being here too. Enjoy your chicken, and I will see you all in a couple of days. Until then, I will just say Geaux Stros. Bye-bye.